Hi guys, my name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with, if you can believe it, a wrap-up. I know. I'm going to be wrapping up 3 of the, 5 months I didn't get to in 2020. This is going to be August through October. We have a lot of books to talk about. I'm not going to be talking about these books really. It's just going to be like, this is what I read, this is what I rated, that's about it. Maybe a little something, not much. Maybe this is what it is in the series kind of thing. There's a lot of books to talk about. In August alone, I read 23 books, so we're going to talk about that. But yeah, I wasn't making wrap-ups because I don't really enjoy making wrap-ups, because I feel like I'm pressuring myself to know more about the book and to talk more about the book than I want to. Not to know about it, but I don't really have much to say, and now I'm scrambling to find so much words to fill in this video, and it's just no. So I'm not going to do that anymore, especially when I already talk about some of these books in other videos. I make weekly reading check-ins most of the time, so that's where I talk about the books, so I don't really want to rehash what I've already said. And it's if that's what I've already talked about, and then I'm trying to find more things to talk about so I don't repeat what I've already said kind of thing. So yeah, I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. So again, this video is just going to be kind of a quick one, maybe. Again, I have 3 months to go over, so I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. So just for some stats, we're going to start with August. Obviously, I read 23 books. The page count for the month was 7,807, which I think is pretty good, because I think July was almost 8,000, I believe. And then my average rating was a 3.6. So not great, not bad, but not great. I did have one DNF. It's the only month I had a DNF for the month. By the way, just so you know, I go through my 1 stars to my 5 stars, and then I go through my least favorite to my absolute favorite. So everything is pretty much ranked. But the one DNF I had was Stormcrow by Kaylin Josephson. Not for me, just not for me. I wasn't enjoying that at all. And I did have a 1-star read in August, and that was Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Rosemary Valero O'Connell. Oh, and Mariko Tamaki. No. Just no. I did have 2 stars. Let's see if I can find it. By the way, I'm getting all of this just from Goodreads, so I'm just scrolling down. It's Faking It by Rebecca Smith. This one I got from NetGalley. That was not good. Just not for me personally. And then my other 2-star was The Wager by Sherilyn Kenyon. This is a 12-page novella before the Lords of Avalon series, so it's kind of going into Lords of Avalon series by Sherilyn Kenyon. I don't love the Lords of Avalon either, so that just, I didn't think it was really had anything worthwhile. It just wasn't worth it. It's 12 pages though, so who frick cares? So for 3 stars, I have 6. We're going to start with my least favorite 3-star, and that's Shauna Maguire's Middle Game. Not for me. Don't know why I even tried. It's a sci-fi. Never should have done that. And then the next one is Mooncakes by Wendy Xu and Suzanne Walker. It's a graphic novel. It's a cute graphic novel, but it's not anything that I personally loved. A middle grade that I wanted to love, I had really high hopes for, and that's A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. I wanted something different out of it. I thought it would be something different. That's my bad. Next 3 stars, Slay by Brittany Morris, I'm sorry. I wanted to love it, and I do feel like it's important. That has important messages, but personally wasn't a favorite. Next one we have is I'm going to just drop everything, and that's Night of Darkness by Killian McGregor in the Lords of Avalon series. Killian McGregor is Sherilyn Kenyon. Yeah. That's the 2nd book in the Lords of Avalon series. 3 stars. And then my last 3-star, my favorite 3-star, was Dawn with a Duke by Erica Ridley. This is the 9th book in the 12 Dukes of Christmas series. I've really enjoyed the 12 Dukes of Christmas series. Not gonna lie. And I've started in book 6. So, like, I still want to read books 1 through 5. But, you know, if that'll ever happen, we'll see. For 4 stars, I have 10. This is fun. Let's see if I can find the first one. My least favorite 4 stars, Seasons of the Storm by El Casamano. I wanted more from it. It's still good, but I wanted more from it. Promise of Fire by Amanda Boucher is next. I really enjoyed this. It's the first in the Kingmaker Chronicles series. I think it's a trilogy, I'm not entirely sure. A book I got from NetGalley that I really enjoyed is Mythopedia, an encyclopedia of mythical beasts and their magical tales by Good Wives and Warriors. I want a finished copy of it. I want to buy that book. It's gorgeous. The illustrations is just beautiful. I loved it. If it wasn't for this ending, I would have given this a 5 star, and that's Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Ghosts. Anything that has to do with like haunted house and ghosts and stuff like that, if it wasn't for the ending, it would have gotten 5 stars. Just gonna say that. All right. Couple books by Colleen Hoover. I enjoy Colleen Hoover's writing. I understand she can be problematic. I enjoy her writing. Maybe Not by Colleen Hoover. This is the novella in the Maybe series. And then Maybe Now as well. That's the second book in the series. They both got 4 stars from me. The 10th book in the Guild Hunter series, Archangels of Viper by Nalini Singh, also got 4 stars from me. Romance, a humorous romance that got 4 stars from me is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hoggle. I really enjoyed the pranks and hilariousness of that. A book that, obviously I had to get was Love Creekwood by Becky Albertalli. This is a Simon verse novella, and it has Blue and Simon in it. So, it's emails pretty much between the characters, but of course it has Blue and Simon in it. Obviously I was going to really love that. And then my last 4 star, my favorite of the 4 stars was The Player Next Door by K.A. Tucker. Didn't know if I would love it. I actually really enjoyed it, so I'm happy I read it. Now we can get on to the 5 stars. I do have 4. So first off, where are you? We have Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. I just really enjoyed this book. It is problematic. It can have problematic issues. I really enjoyed it. And I do feel like it was handled decently, especially when you get to Maybe Now, it's all really handled well. So, let's see. Another 5 star is Blood Vow by J.R. Ward. This is the second book in the Black Dagger Legacy series that kind of coincides with the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, which, there is that one. The Beast by J.R. Ward, one of my favorite Black Dagger Brotherhood books to date. I love this book so much. So much. That is Rage and Mary's second book, and it's just so good. Fuck, I love it. And then my last 5 star, my favorite of the 5 stars, shoot, where'd it go? I had it, there it is. Had to be my reread of Skip Beat by Yoshiki Nakamura. This is volume 1 in the 3-in-1, so it's volumes 1 through 3. Love it. Just love it. Okay, so that was August. Now we can go into September, where I read 18 books, so not as much. The total page count for this is 7,355, and my average rating is a 4.1. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so now let's find my 1 2-star book. Where are you? It was actually one I was gifted years ago by my best friend, and that is My Lady's Choosing by Kitty Curran and Larissa Zagaris. It's an interactive romance novel that just was not good. Not at all. There was maybe like one of the like paths you take that actually ended up well. Everything else was awful. So, okay, now we have my three-star books. Let's see. My least favorite of the 3 stars had to be Dead Men Walking by Sherilyn Kenyon, because now we're in the Dead Men's Cross series, or trilogy, whatever. Yeah. Don't love that trilogy. I actually started reading that, I think, the year before or something like that, like months and months and months earlier. DNF'd it. Soft DNF, so I knew I was going to pick that back up, but I just couldn't. I got halfway through. Then I decided to just start over again and finish it, and I actually kind of enjoyed it, which is why I got 3 stars. I almost gave it a 1 star. Okay, my other 3-star book, one I thought I might actually really like, but just, I don't even remember too much about, and that's Love from A to Z by S.K.L. Lee. Yeah, I don't even remember it, to be honest. And one I was very, very disappointed in, and that was Fortuna Sworn by KJ Sutton. I'm not even going to continue on with the series, like the trilogy, whatever it is. I can't. I didn't like it that much. And I know Becca from Becca in the Books loved it. And like everyone who's read it has loved it. And I just didn't. Like I found it meh, but you know, that's me. That hurts so much. For 4 stars, I have 7. My least favorite of the 4 stars is Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri. Desert fantasy, pretty good. Let's see. Then we have Serious Moonlight by Jen Bennett. I enjoy Jen Bennett's writing. I don't know, like I have favorites of hers, and then there's that one like that I liked, I didn't love. Let's see. Then we have a graphic novel that a lot of people were just like not really loving, but I kind of enjoyed, and that's Pumpkinheads by Faith Erin Hicks and Raymond Rowell. So that's just me. I kind of enjoyed that. One I'm so freaking happy I finally got to, and that is Heart of Flames by Nikki Palpretto. This is a sequel to Crown of Feathers. I loved Crown of Feathers. And the reason why it took me so long to read this is because I started on audiobook and the audiobook kept glitching. And I love the audiobook of Crown of Feathers. So that's why I wanted to continue on with Heart of Flames. And it really hurt that I couldn't get the audiobook of Heart of Flames, except for Scribd, where it kept glitching. So, yeah, that hurt. But still, I really enjoyed it. Gave it 4 stars. And then we have, where are you? One to Watch by Kate Stayman London. Yeah. This is pretty good. Plus size, bachelorette style kind of book. I liked it. Didn't love it. I liked it though. And then, let's see. Then we have the 11th book in the Guild Hunter series, and that's Archangel's Prophecy by Nalini Singh. Definitely enjoyed it. That's really all I can say. That's like a lot of these with series, it's so hard to talk about. So that's why like I just don't like talking about them much, because what can you say if you're not spoiling everything else in the series? So, and then another one in the series, it's a novella though, if I can find it. I know it's a novella. Uh-oh, where'd it go? There it is. Right next to One to Watch, of course. That's Dearest Ivy by J.R. Ward. This is 15.5 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. Really enjoyed that. And so now we can get on to the 5-star books, which there are 7. Oh, man. One that was, like, I didn't even know I would love it this much, and I did, which, like, I think it was my first book in September. Yeah. That's You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. I freaking loved it. It's my least favorite of the 5 stars, but I freaking loved it. I want my own copy. I'm going to get it one day. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. I hate when that happens. It's okay. We'll go back. Okay. But yeah, I freaking love that. And then next up we have Shadows in Death by J.D. Robb. This is the, 51st book in the In Death series. Love Eve and Rorik and everybody. So there's that. And then we have, where are you? Volume 2 in the omnibus of Skip Beat. This is volumes 4 through 6 by Yoshiki Nakamura. Loved it. And then we also have volume 3, which is volumes 7 through 9 by Yoshiki Nakamura and Skip Beat. Love it. I love Skip Beat. It's one of my favorite graphic novel series. I'm rereading them to try and like catch up and hopefully finish. I don't even think it's done yet. I really don't. Okay, so then we have... Alright, so then we have, come on, Blood Fury by J.R. Ward. This is the third in the Black Dagger Legacy series. And then, of course, after that, we have The Chosen by J.R. Ward, which is the 15th book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. So, yeah. Love it. I love the Black Dagger Brotherhood and Black Dagger Legacy. Most of them are all great. And then my favorite book in September. I loved this book so much. Got addicted to this book. Like, Fortuna Soren was such a disappointment, but this book, like, was just perfection. And I completely understand why Becca from Becca in the Books loves it. And that's Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. I don't know. I love this book. I loved it a lot. So, it's the first book in the Bargainer series. So freaking good. So addicting. Like, like that book got me. Like, I stayed up till probably like 3 a.m. reading that book. Loved it. So now we are finally on to October. You see, this isn't so bad. This isn't bad at all. I'd rather be doing these kind of videos and not doing like a 40-minute wrap-up where I don't even want to talk about a lot of these books. You know what I mean? So for October, we have 15 books that I read. Not as much as I was used to, but hey, you know what, it happens. I only, for the page count, I only had 5,903. Understandable since I only read 15. And then for my average rating is a 3.73. Not great, but not bad. So, okay, so now let's see if I can find my 1 2-star book. Where are you? There it is. And that's Prisoner of Night by J.R. Ward. This is 16.5 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood. Didn't like it at all. Got 2 stars. It pretty much got 2 stars because I liked the writing. But I hated everything else. So, I don't even remember who that follows. Like, that's just, no, I don't remember shit from that. Okay, so for my 3 stars, I have 4. This one was such a disappointment. But once I found out it was a psychological thriller, I didn't think I would like it anyway. And that's When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. I love Alyssa Cole a lot. I love her Reluctant Royal series. That one was such a disappointment. Another one that's kind of a disappointment, I really thought I would love it, and that's Star Daughter by Shveta Thakra? I don't know. Indian mythology, at least, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Hindu mythology. I really thought I would love that, and I just didn't. One that wasn't a big surprise that I got 3 stars was Death Doesn't Bargain by Shirley Kenyon, another book in the Dead Man's Cross series. Wasn't a surprise at all. One that kind of was, I really loved the first book to this, but for the second book, I just didn't love it as much. This is Waking Gods by Sylvain Neuvel. I loved Sleeping Giants, and that's sci-fi. And I gave that 4.5 stars. I love that book a lot. The audiobooks are just fantastic. This took a turn and it just hurt me, and it kind of, it just wasn't as good throughout the rest of the book. I'm just gonna say that. For 4 stars, I have 8. First up, we have The Night Swim by Megan Golden. It's a thriller. It was good. I didn't love it. I think I listened to the audiobook, so that made it better. I think if I didn't listen to the audiobook, I would have gotten 3 stars. One that was okay. So this is a 4-star. It's still a disappointment to me because I loved the first book, but it was so good. This was kind of a disappointment. That's A Rogue of One's Own by Evie Dunmore. I loved Bringing Down the Duke. I loved that book. I think I gave that 4 stars, but that is more of a 4.5, maybe even a 5-star. I want to reread that and see if I even gave that but I even give it 5 stars now. So just gonna say, sorry, I'm gonna bring that back down. Okay, let's see. Then we have the 12th book in the Guild Hunter series, Archangels of War by Nalini Singh. And if you can't tell, this has to do with war. It's a huge war that's going on right now. So, well, in that book. And then for another 4-star, we have Blood Truth by J.R. Ward. That's the 4th book in the Black Dagger Legacy. Sorry. And then we also have The Thief by J.R. Ward, which is the Black Dagger Brotherhood book. This is the 16th book in that. Like, these were good. They weren't great. I love certain books in the series, like 5-star books in the series, and then these are like 4 stars. But it's fine. Like, they're still good. You've got to be kidding me. Seriously? I hate when that happens. Like, I touch a button and it goes right back into my 2021 reading challenge, and like, I just want to be in 2020. Like, stop. Actually, that's it right there. Okay. Next up is The Highwayman by Kerrigan Byrne. This is like the last book I read in October, and I freaking loved it. It got 4 stars, but I loved it. Like, holy shit. Okay, I will say this is probably my favorite book of the month, because the 5-star books, I'm just going to say, are both rereads. So this is the one that's not a reread. That's probably my favorite book of the month. And I couldn't believe how much I really enjoyed this. Though it got 4 stars because it's got problems in the plot. Like, if I can find it, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. But I very much enjoyed it. And that's Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. Like, this makes me want to read a lot of Ruth Ware. And I didn't think I would like it as much. Like, I've heard problems with Ruth Ware before. Like, her books. Like, I've heard they're just not as great. But I really enjoyed the audiobook. I really enjoyed the plot. Though there were problems with the plot, which I think I talked about in another video in like a weekly check-in. But yeah, I loved that a lot. So. Alright, and then my 2 5-star books. City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I love City of Brass. Desert fantasy, Arabic tale. It's just perfect. And then the last one is Volume 4 in the Skip Beat series by Ishiki Nakamura. Volumes 10 through 12. So, yeah. That's it. That's my wrap-up. I probably could have just done all 5 months in this video, but I wanted to kind of break it up because I feel like it would have just been a hell of a lot. But yeah, like, not bad. This is a pretty decent timed video. So yeah, that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed like how I'm doing it. This is how I'm going to do it from now on. I just feel it'll be a lot easier for me to make wrap-ups if I'm not pressured into talking too much about books when I don't have much to talk about. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm going to do it from now on. I always talk about books in my weekly reading check-ins. So, like, that's because, like, I'm not waiting a whole month to talk about a book if I can't remember it. Like, that's why I'm making the weekly ones, because I still have it fresh in my brain pretty much, so I can talk about it then. So yeah, that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again with another. Bye, guys. Happy reading and stay safe.